Okay guys, so welcome to this video. Another interesting topic, another advanced topic of AWS, which is what is that? That is capacity reservation, right? So if you now they introduce capacity reservation as well. Why? Why? What is the requirement of using AWS capacity reservation? Why they need this feature? Okay, so this is very simple. Why they need this? Let me just show you the reason. Capacity reservation. Okay, so there is used to, like, that when they launch their services there was no issue and all the resources are available at very low cost. Okay, or you can say that they are expanding, right? They have their big data center and their capacity did not used to get fully utilized. Okay, so there was no issue. Over the time they get popular, and they get popular, and they their resources are now got limited, right? So even they are facing the issue that public is asking for new server and they don't have that, right? So this kind of challenge is coming, and when you are going to launch your on-demand server, right? On-demand instance is what is that, how to launch that. You just simply go to instance and you can choose your different category, right? Different server, right? So here for on-demand instance launch, you just need to click on launch instance option and you can choose your capacity. Okay, you can choose your server, like I said, Amazon Linux. And now I am working on a big project. I need one server which is called like C5 server. Okay, C5 9x large server I need. I go with all the details. I am ready to pay and I click on launch server option. And guess what happened? The server is not available because there is no your fault. It is like AWS data center right now has not that capacity available in your availability zone, in your region. Okay, and they can't produce, they can't give you that that server right now. So this to overcome this challenge, what they do, they introduce capacity reservation feature and you can utilize that one. Okay, so what to do that? Just go to capacity reservation, and if you verify the facts, you can go on this on-demand capacity reservation page. Just do Google capacity reservation. You will find that capacity reservation is for on-demand. Why it is? It keep reserve your that server, right? Your pricing will be charged for on-demand basis, right? Your reservation will happen for that particular availability zone, for particular number of instances you booked, and for that particular features. Okay, now what is the difference? So reserve instances, as you know, that it is got fixed, right? Reserve for fixed particular time, right? There is a commitment, but you are getting discount there. Benefit is also there. Zonal reserve instances and saving plans. By all these ways you are getting big discount. But here there is no commitment. If you do capacity reservation, it is on demand and there is no commitment, but still you are able to reserve your instance. The instance will be available for you. Okay, then there is no billing discount. This is providing billing discount, right? Then there are limited on demand instances are available. Okay, so there are different reasons, so that is fine, right? And in saving plans there is no limit. So this is something. These are the supported platforms: Linux, Red Hat, SUSE. Okay, capacity reservation limit. So it also has few limits. What? Active and unused capacity reservation count toward your on-demand instance limit. So it will be count toward your on-demand instance limit. Okay. Zonal reserve instances billing discount do not apply. So that will not get applied. Zonal reservation instance discount will not apply. Okay. Capacity reservation are not transferable from one account to another. it can't be used in placement groups, right? And it can't be used with dedicated hosts. So these are the few limitations which you need to consider while considering this option, capacity reservation, right? So that is the thing about capacity reservation. Now how to do that? That is very simple, nothing else, not very complicated. Go to capacity reservation, create capacity reservation. Excuse me, sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, so you can choose your server like m4.large or whatever you want, right? Or it's your wish. So I choose from my interest, like what? So let's go my interest, right? C5.x2 large. Then I'm choosing this platform. As I said, these platforms are supported, this region is supported. Okay, I can choose the tenancy, dedicated or shared. If you know shared dedicated, let me know. If you don't know, let me know in comment section. I will give you reply. How many instances you want to reserve and how you want to cancel your reservation. So you can cancel it manually, like when your work got finished you will cancel it, or you are taking it for limited time, so you can particularly specify that time. Okay, instance eligibility, so any instance with matching details, if that is available, like instance type, platform, availability zone, right, that much match, or only instance that specify this reservation. When you launch instances, you must say the reservation ID or the reservation resource group AR. Okay, you can add your tags also for your reservation if you want, and you can simply create. So not a very complicated thing, right? Very simple, very easy, but another advanced topic or another advanced feature which they have introduced. So I think you have liked this video and probably you got some useful information. If you have any other question related to any EC2 service, you can ask me, or you can also go for online training. So I used to provide online trainings. You can go for online trainings. Trainings are a very good way to learn the things very quickly if you are serious for making a career in cloud computing industry, or if you are looking for a career in AWS industry. I can give you a very practical knowledge for AWS Solution Architect course, right? You can achieve this with me. You will be exam ready, you will get practice exams, you will get theory, and you will get very good training. So for trainings you can contact me. If you are looking for self-learning for very less amount paid courses, self-learning courses, I have few courses on Udemy. So you can check my description and you can avail those. If you are looking for practice exam, so you can check my video description. If you are looking for AWS practice exam, that is also there. If you are looking for GCP practice exam, I used to crack that, right, for me. So GCP practice exam is also there. GCP Cloud Associate Engineer. Okay, so I cracked this exam by using such practice exams. Very good, very useful practice exams, right? And I have my ultimate AWS Hindi and English both course. Okay, so course, obviously this will be not latest because interface used to get changed, but concepts are same, so you will get very good knowledge and very good understanding, right? And Docker course is also available, and other courses for Terraform, Ansible, which you should learn in Jenkins, Git, you should learn for making a career in cloud computing. I have given a very good link for one website. You can use that one. So check the description for that. I will not take your much time. I hope this video will be useful for you. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. Do a like, and what else? Have a fantastic day. Take care. Bye bye.